Yuta and Rika just got even stronger. Let's talk about one of the most interesting details from chapter 269, but spoilers beware. Now, first and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Nikki for not only asking this question here, but for also being a YouTube member. So, shout out to you, legend. And y'all do yourselves a favor and pause so you can read all of this. But Nikki is essentially asking about, hey, wait, did we just find out that Rika can perform RCT, aka reverse curse technique, the creation of positive cursed energy? Because wait, isn't she a special grade vengeful cursed spirit? And RCT is lethal to them. So, how is Rika doing this? What is happening here? So yes, if you don't recall, in chapter 269, we find out that Rika was performing RCT on Akotsu's body the whole time he was swapped into Gojo, and that is in large part why he was able to survive and ultimately travel back into his original body. Now, when these leaked translations first came out, I was curious about this. I took it with a grain of salt because I was like, well, let's wait until the official translations, TCB translations come out and see if it still phrases it that way, because maybe Shoko was the one performing RCT and Rika was just assisting in whatever way she could. But no, now that we have the official translations, the TCB translations, and all of the leaked translations that I've seen, they all phrase it this way, that Rika is performing RCT on Yuta. And that is a pretty big revelation. We did not know that Rika was capable of RCT. That makes her just that much more powerful. In addition to everything else Rika can do, she can heal you. But now let's talk about this because, like Nikki brought up, if Rika is a vengeful cursed spirit, RCT should be lethal to her. The act of creating it should actively destroy her. So, how is this possible? And I think this lies in the nuance of what exactly Rika is. So, Nikki is correct in saying that Rika, in her original conception, was a vengeful cursed spirit created by the death of human Rika due to Akotsu not being able to let go and his massive amount of cursed energy latching onto her soul when she died. Also, Rika wanted to stay, and so that, concoction led to vengeful her spirit Rika. However, that version of Rika no longer exists. That Rika, quote unquote, died or moved on at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 when the curse was unraveled. Rika, as she exists currently, is actually referred to as Rika with quotation marks by the narrator, where it is said that Rika is the external storage of cursed techniques and cursed energy that Orimoto Rika left for Akotsu after she was released. So this iteration of Rika is not exactly the same thing as the vengeful spirit Rika that we knew from JJK 0. When human Rika actually passed on to the other side, she left behind this version of Rika to continue to assist Yuta. So it's not exactly a vengeful cursed spirit anymore. Some have equated this version of Rika to a Shikigami, and as we can see, Uro here even says that Shikigami is also very powerful when she's talking about Rika. But as you can see, there's even a little question mark next to Shikigami here. So this isn't confirmation that Rika is a Shikigami, it's just the closest approximation that someone like Uro has to describe whatever the hell Rika is. So in my opinion, I don't think Rika is quite Shikigami. I don't think she's cursed spirit. She's always existed on somewhere between that spectrum, and we've never really known exactly what to make of her. So prior to this, would I have assumed she could do RCT? No, I wouldn't have. I would have assumed, even though she's not quite vengeful cursed spirit, that those same laws and rules would have applied. But now with chapter 269, we know that's not true. She is capable of it. I think the best possible answer we have for what exactly Rika is just Yuta's curse technique. This is how Gege Akutami describes her in the JJK fan book. So she's just some brand new type of entity that is unique to Akotsu. So again, she has all of these insane powers akin to a vengeful cursed spirit, and yet now we know can also perform RCT. So she's got all the pros of being a vengeful cursed spirit without any of the drawbacks, really. So yeah, this just makes Akotsu all the more scarier in my opinion, and he was already top 5, already special grade, and already a massive problem, and now we know that Rika can be a dedicated heal bot should the need arise, and he's already one of the best at RCT in the verse anyway, right? So yeah, absolutely crazy. Now, so before y'all get out of here, I got a couple of quick questions from Sam as well. The first being, do I think Mahito could change the shape of his soul to be in the zone in order to force a black flash? And no, I don't. I don't think that that is something that is really manifested by your physical characteristics. And I think, obviously idle transfiguration can transform Mahito into whatever he wants in terms of his physical attributes. But I don't think the alchemy of the soul, if we call it that, can translate to like the flow state mindset you need to be in to perform a black flash. And secondly, could Inumaki force somebody to do a black flash by saying black flash? And I actually have a video on this exact subject, so I'll link it to you in the replies here, but no, I don't think so. Anyways, that's all for this one, y'all. Again, special shout out to Nikki and Sam. Thank you guys both so much, and thank you for watching.